though.
Right, but this time, now that it's proxied, the danger increases for the Zerg player.
Right. It's a great point. I think, I mean, if you went Phoenix in this position, she's like, well, am I killing
I'm going to kill your close Overlords. The
Yeah.
ones that are close to the Queens. Yeah, not going to be Phoenix this time around by any means. I mean, that's the real mind game. Right?
Yeah, that would be a proper mind. You see, like, is this Phoenix too quick?
That's not a mind game. That's actually not
doesn't
great.
make any sense, yeah.
Well, here it comes. The Stargate is just about to complete. How many queens are there out? I'm guessing just 2 with 2 more on the way, so that should actually be
It's only 1 queen, actually.
very helpful. Okay, yeah, it is actually only
when
1
you go really quick third hatchery like this, you skip the natural queen and you get your third faster, and then you opt to build more queens quicker because you have your third hatchery slightly faster. So in the long run, this is better, I think.
But in the short run, that's what's really going to matter.
In the short run, you have less queens, though. So good example of why you know, this is actually pretty good for proxy Stargate.
I'm going to force a couple of drone saves at the third, but the Oracle is just about now entering the main base.
Yeah,
See how much damage this can get done. And yeah, there's just only 1 queen, 2 drones going down, many more to follow.
Yeah. Actually missed clicks there for a slight, he actually loses maybe 5 or 6 drones here.
Oh, tags 3,
Okay.
but doesn't take out any of them. Whoa!
That was extremely miscontrolled in my opinion.
Yeah, there's 3 damaged drones down there.
Could have killed either 3 more drones, lost the Oracle the same way, or he could have, you know, gotten out killing only 4 drones. So.
Yeah, I mean, you take down 7 drones and lose your Oracle, absolutely worth, but...
It's actually repositioning. Maybe you can find a couple more drones now, especially
okay,
reposition. Okay,
that's the mind game. You damage all the drones and then kill them all with the next one. Probably not going to happen. But
you've got to build a second Oracle now because his first Oracle died.
And that just really slows this down so much. As a Zerg player, you can tell me if I'm right here, but if you lose 4 drones and stop the proxy Oracles like this,
you're feeling in a good position.
Feels pretty good, man.
Especially if you open up with a quicker third, the later queens. At this point, you're in a really good spot. You might actually be able to stop this one. It's so close.
So close!
Oh,
Not
my
denied.
God. That was like less than a second difference.
That's when only half the Oracle warps in and it just falls down and crashes as a mutant form.
Yeah, that would be very nice.
He does get both of them out, but surrounding a Stalker at the front. Big pickoffs here for Minsu.
This is actually a little bit risky. This, okay, I was gonna say probably not worth it, but you could kill this Adept. 3 more Adepts on the way. There's a Twilight Council on the way too, so this probably should go into a more standard game. Actually gets a couple more drones here. You almost did as much damage as the original Proxy Stargate, killing 3 drones here.
Yeah, it's the long
4,
con.
5. This is okay.
All right.
I think this kind of, you know, makes up for the fact that he lost an Oracle in the beginning.
We're at the demonstrate value phase of Dennis right now. We'll move on to the other ones eventually.
Where did he warp in? I saw him warp in 3 Adepts. I just don't see where they are now.
It was natural, right?
3 more Adepts now. This is like the show. He should have at least 7 Adepts, I think.
Okay, there are those Adepts.
There's more.
Yeah, warped him back at home in the natural. And third phase now coming up for Hero. So, I don't know, what's your analysis there, No Regret? Did enough damage get done to this proxy?
It did enough damage to justify the proxy Stargate, I think. He also got the second Oracle out, which is really nice. It allows him to be defensive and, you know, use it for Revelation and stuff like that. So, it's quite nice. I really think that it was worth it for Hero in the long run. It should have done more, though.
Counting Zergling just sees the wall. Yeah, the wall's still there.
This could be a really... Oh, my God.
Oh, Glazer actually about halfway done.
Yeah,
over
this is
halfway.
Be a really scary push. He's building roaches now, or he has a roach one on the way. There's actually a Spire.
Oh, then that's a big scouting link right there. He's going to see mass Adepts, and no, it's coming. So Spines should be getting thrown up back at home.
Roach Warren on the way. I think this can do a lot of damage, especially with the Spire on the way. The Spire is going to do nothing for the short term.
Oh, absolutely not. The 1 or 2 mutas are really going to stop.
He needs to manage this really well.
Can he find a good surround here? Here comes the Lings. If they get good connections, it's going to absolutely save him.
This is so good for Hero. He's going to shade into the main here, and he should have uncontested main here.
Oh, no.
It'd be nice if he stasis toward the ramp or something like that.
Yeah,
that would
those
be really
stasis wards, but these Oracles in the sky are really going to help out. Only 2 roaches. Those will die almost instantly. Third one pops, but even that doesn't stop the shade.
I think at this point, if he scouted the Spire, he's literally nothing he can die to. The one thing that's scary now is if he didn't scout the Spire. I think the Spire's in the 3rd? Okay, there it is. Now he scouts it. He should be ready for a Spire, too. He has a Twilight Council. He can throw down Templar Archives. He should feel like he's in an amazing position at this point. 20 drones go down.
21. Oh, my God. The Hero pulling the trigger, and with that scout, like you said, No Regret, the counterattack capabilities for Solar are just so limited.
Yeah. A double Stargate going down immediately. It kind of sucks that he doesn't have a 3rd Stargate right now. Interesting way to defend this. I'm kind of worried for him a little bit. I think a Templar Archives might have been a better early term. Is that Stalker? Stuck? Is it walled off? That would be a little bit crazy. Okay, gonna get a couple more drones here. Really not many drones to lose.
This is actually terrible. The Roaches back at home, they're not even going to be able to defend because they have to. Roaches are like the opposite of a shading Adepts. But where do you go?
Yeah. Okay. I actually would have liked to continue.
Yeah.
I don't see these Adepts having much utilization throughout the game unless they're killing drones. Obviously, you're fighting Adepts with Roaches. It's not really helpful. 2 Phoenixes on the way. He's actually not building anything out of the Spire. This is so smart by Minsu, I think. By Solar.
Okay.
Sorry, I keep calling him by my first name. He's not going Spire units right now. I think he's just, okay, now he's building.
Yeah, he's got 4 mutas on the way.
I would have liked him to just make a huge Roach army and go for a kill. I think that would have been the best situation he possibly could have. Building mutas into a Protoss who knows you're going mutas is pretty much suicide, but you can force out so many Phoenixes and then just go for a huge Roach timing.
I mean, that's exactly what would have happened, right? 4 cannons in the Mineral Lines for Hero, reacting to the Spire that he saw, and with mass Phoenix coming out right now, Solar's really playing into Hero's hand.
Yeah, which is, I thought for a second he wasn't going to do that, but I mean, what is these 4 mutas going to do? I mean, imagine trying to kill a base with 3 cannons like that. If there were no Phoenixes, he'd be in a great spot still.
These are the Optimism mutas. Double Oracles do snipe the Queen Edge.
Oh, one of them has too much HP to die, or too much energy rather.
Does escape, so safety for those 2 Oracles, and they'll continue to give this sort of map vision.
Oh, he got it!
There it is. Nice snipe there by the Queen. Back at home, though, how much damage can these 4 mutas do?
Will absolutely do nothing. Okay, let's see. If he gets a probe, that's more than what he should be getting. Okay,
no, and now everything dies here. Wow.
Yeah. So as you can see, like I said, I don't think mutas are a very good call here. But
really?
I think
what
at
makes
this
you
point,
say that, Jake?
No, really, though. Actually, like Solar going into this, if he had just not built 5 mutas, he'd be in a way better spot. Like, look, he's going to Lurk, he's going to Hydra to just be more units on the ground here. And these Phoenixes were probably made anyways because he kind of has to deal with the Spire units that he doesn't know are coming or not. But I think these Phoenixes have been overcommitted too, though, so I don't know. We'll have to see.
Scouting out the 3rd base, or 4th base rather, coming up. Keep forgetting about the back natural, but the Phoenix are really going to kick in now for Hero as he comes through. He's going to pick up all the gas drones, little straight Hydras here and there. Grabs a Lurker, Overlords. I mean,
I'm glad he stopped building Phoenixes, because if he built more than this, that's just like useless, right? Like when we get into like 20, 30 Phoenixes.
Oh, he's going to kill every single Hydra here. Oh, this could start to snowball.
I mean, realistically, he doesn't have to do this either. Like, these Phoenixes have full utilization for, like, picking up Lurkers and stuff like that. So this is, like, more than enough damage. He's still doing more. You can get more here. Okay.
Oh, when Phoenix are beating Hydras, I mean, I feel like that really tells the story,
he lost,
right?
like, 1 Phoenix for all of that. That is 100% worth it.
Sick as control,
Pick up
man.
that Zealot. Or Zergling. Get it. Get these scouting Zerglings.
Flawless victory. So he does save most of those Phoenix. That means that they will be here. You can run in and pick up Lurkers and really nullify just so much of Solar's tech here with just those surviving Phoenix numbers.
I think the play here is you press G a bunch of times, you pick up those Lurkers, and then you just go for it. Okay, he's got a Revelation on all the Lurkers here. He's gonna do it. He's gonna pick up the Lurkers immediately. Here comes pick up. He has to pick up. He's picking up too slow. He has to pick all of them up too, I think.
Yeah, several of them do survive. I mean, there are plenty of storms. Oh, the storms are just so good here for Hero.
This fight was actually way better than it should have been. These drones into the storms, though, questionable.
That final 2 storms really just sealing the deal. Hero.
The fact that Solar survived this is actually really incredible.
It absolutely is. And to only lose 2 drones as well.
Yeah, he's in a great spot, I think.
Oh, no block at the wall.
The anti-mutas is actually anti-Zergling as well, so he should be fine against this, especially in the main base.
Yep, tons of cannons. I think 2 per base right now, but oh no, if Hero
the Stormy
loses...
Boys? Get the Stormy Boys! One goes down. These are so expensive, by the way.
Should be able to save most of them, but actually that's not that big an army defending them.
No, it really isn't. I mean, a lot of it's in Phoenixes. Oh, counterattack though.
Yeah, with the Warp Prism.
If he just focused down like the Lurker down, that would have been insane, because these 2 Immortals do so much damage. Or anything. Yeah, focusing down the base would be good. He definitely needs to be focusing down a building. He might get this base. He should. He might lose the Immortals.
Oh, one more volley and there
he
it
saved them both? Did he save both Immortals?
I think he did. No,
okay,
only
saved one.
Yep.
Still, really worth it, obviously. 1 Immortal, 4 Zealots for a base. I'd take that. Economically speaking, it's way worth it. Way more worth it.
Indeed.
Infestation Pit on the way. I guess we're going into Hive. That'd be really good for the amount of lurkers he's built. He can use the upgrade for the lurkers to use them more positionally.
Absolutely does help him be very, very effective.
Ooh, you see what's in production, though.
That's a mothership.
That's a big boy.
Perhaps the biggest boy of all. We'll see if that comes out and surprises Solar. I mean, he has to know that both players are in tech up mode right now, but for HeRO, I feel like his tech is just better now, and also will be better once they both finish their next few buildings.
I mean, the 5th base quite late for Solar, so I have to, be a little bit worried for him, especially when you're going to Hive. A lot of the time, if you go Hive, you don't necessarily go Vipers either. So if he misreads this and doesn't go Vipers, I think he's in a lot of trouble because he needs to pull this mothership in. It's kind of risky because he saw Templar, right? So I don't think he's going to do that.
I mean, even then, the Templar are still going to be able to feed back Vipers if they do try to go for something like an Abductor.
Yeah, but I think it's worth it. Like, you kind of have to go for it.
Right.
Otherwise, you're just going to be fighting into a mothership behind a huge army. It's like, well, I actually have no way to fight this.
Roachron by there into the 3rd base. Once again, these anti-mutant cannons still kicking in as home defense.
Anti-everything cannons, even. A lot of immortals
You
here.
could say that they are pretty good. Yeah, they hit everything. What's not to love?
Okay.
Well, here we go. This is the big attack for Solar. Storms do come out. Solar reacts adequately to them.
It's really weird that HeRO's posturing like this, because this is the best time for Solar, right? There's no mothership core. He has a lot of lurkers here. Okay, we got a Greater Spire on the way. I don't even know if we'll be able to utilize it unless we go to the super late game, which we might at this point.
I mean, that's absolutely always possible.
Oh my God,
what
are the
Immortals doing? That is absolutely a huge pick-off.
Yeah, I feel like as this game goes on, I can see more and more like we're probably going to go into the super late game, which is probably what Solar wants. I think the way he's playing would suggest that he wants to play the late game. I mean, heavy lurker here. Nice recall.
And the recall, perfectly timed.
Is he gonna get
there.
anything? No, look at that.
No.
That was a perfect fight.
Goes in, gets another base. Keep in mind, he sniped that 9 o'clock base earlier, so Solar is just kind of hurting right now. It feels like, he's not going to lose the game right now, but he is kind of being pulled apart.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the upgrades, it's 2 to 1. I mean, we have our our +2 on the way for Solar, but I mean, realistically, I don't see him breaking this, especially when there's a mothership here.
What is his detection looking like? There's only 3 overseers, and they're way too far back.
I would just he should just, oh my God, is he just gonna go for it and kill him?
I think he is, no regret. The lurker's on the ground dying, and so is Solar and HeRO.
Wow, I did not expect that. I expected that to go way into the late game. Solar, I think, was a little bit ambitious with that engagement. When you see lurkers like that, you usually expect a posturing defensive game. You don't really see aggressive
That's not what
lurkers.
we got, my friend. That was, I started off with that proxy, which I was worried about, but it did inevitably get the damage done. And I think specifically, sniping that 9 o'clock base just gave HeRO such a huge tempo lead. He swung the hammer with mothership carriers there at the end, and took game number 1.
He that actually might have pushed Solar to attack too, because you look at that army, you're like, okay, I think I can beat that with lurkers, but you don't really see the mothership. The mothership wasn't there at all.
You could really tell that it caught Solar off guard and gave HeRO the advantage he needed to close out that game. So let's head into game number 2. This is going to be on Catalyst. It's Solar's map pick, so he should feel comfortable coming back.
I would feel very far from comfortable with HeRO on Catalyst.
Well, yeah, does anyone really ever feel comfortable playing against HeRO?
No. The answer is no to that. Anybody who was wondering if there's an answer that's incorrect.
Glad that we have you here for your analysis, no regret. And as Solar, he is going to maybe need some of that no regret coaching to help him come back in this series. See if Solar can do it as we head into game number 2 on Catalyst.
Match 2, fight.
Looks like a pylon block, by the way.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm always worried whenever a Protoss player,
Root Gaming, HeRO.
like HeRO, sends out early probes. Is it for proxies? Is it for other shenanigans?
It's 100% a pylon block on the net.
His opponent in the red is Zerg. He is.
Splice, Solar.
One thing that's come off pretty recently is the fact that you can actually pylon block on Catalyst a 16 hatch. This is unblockable usually, but clearly it's being blocked by just a standard pylon scout here. Actually, it might be an earlier pylon, but this is something that Neeb did to me. I'm like, wait, this is not supposed to happen. You're just not supposed to be able to do this.
It's happening. There it is. Now, maybe you can tell me, but on the second that a pylon is placed, Are 2 drones enough to like snipe it immediately?
2? No.
I don't think so. Yeah.
No. 3 maybe, 2 no.
You would have to hit it the moment it's placed. Regardless, the pylon does get up, and that is going to force a misposition or a reposition on that natural expansion down there.
This is so annoying as a player, by the way. It just makes me want to link Baneling all in. Makes me want to link Baneling all in so much.
Is that the reaction you would go for?
No, it's not. It's just like, it's a reaction I have. I just want to do it so badly. There's nothing more that I want than to see this Protoss player get Baneling all in. And it's like the downfall of me, because every time I get pylon blocked, they're like, okay, he's probably going to Baneling all in me now. And I'm like, no. Oh. Hello.
Hello. Greetings to everybody out in the crowd. Unfortunately, didn't catch the entirety of that message, but
I feel like a kindergartner when I'm reading Korean. Like I'm just trying to sound it out, like figure out what it means.
Yeah, I know that feel, my man. I also know, as I'm sure you do. Let's see what the sign says. I flew 10,500 kilometers.
I blew a kiss to you too.
To be here today. Yeah, okay. You guys couldn't see our kisses, but safe to say we love you guys, and it's really cool to see so many people coming from so far away to visit GSL here today. Well, so let's see what's in store for our viewers out there, and the answer is, I don't know, maybe a little bit of struggle here for Solar after that pylon block.
I really like the fast Twilight. I'm wondering if this is for really quick glaives and doing like some weird 5, maybe 7 gate glaives or something like that. That would be insane, and it would be really abusive, especially the fact that you force Solar to take the natural away from their normal base. So we'll have to see if he's able to do that, or what its plan is. Could also be DT, but unlikely, I think.
Yeah, I think it would be a little bit scary to go DTs. There is that scouting Overlord that's still at the natural for Hero, so he might get scouted.
We see Hero get a Stalker. Okay, it's Glaives. Yes, that's what I was thinking. It makes so much sense, right? If you make them take the natural farther away, in general, they're just going to be a little bit more susceptible to stuff like this.
Now, might Solar kind of expect this to be coming after things look so similar to the last game?
He might actually get an Overlord scout. It's hard to tell. The Stalker's still in construction.
I mean, even if the Overlord sees this, you don't know exactly what is being researched,
People can play just a normal game from this, though, too. There's not enough. I mean, if you see that Twilight, you know 100% what it is. There is no, like, okay, maybe it's going quick blink. Like, this is 100% Glaives or Charge, and both of them have the same reaction, in my opinion. Is he going to scout it? It's so close. Okay,
he doesn't scout it.
Did he even scout the gateway? If he sees the gateway, oh my god. If he saw that gateway, that would be enough suspicion to blind counter this, by the way. But he has scouted nothing. And you can't tell if it's Stargate. The biggest thing is here, Solar has to build Spore Crawlers because he's not sure if it's a Stargate, and that takes away from his defense. So we already see one Spore. We're probably going to see a lot of Queens. And, you know, Queens don't really do well defending Adepts.
Slave units, yeah. Wow, so right now Solar literally in the dark.
Yeah, he just has no idea, and he has to blind counter things he hasn't scouted, or else he dies to those. So
there's just a whole lot Solar could die here from right now.
I'm wondering if he had more than one Zerling, if he could push through that. I feel like he could.
You know, Solar was able to defend Massclave Adept timing in the previous game, but he already had a lot of those puzzle pieces ready to go.
Yeah,
right? His roaches were popping out. He had the queens in position.
Exactly. And the bigger thing, double Stargate on the back of this?
Whoa, with layers.
Okay. I kind of wish he would have just gone for a huge glaive push, but this is also still really scary. Even if... Okay, Solar might scout it. Oh, he's going to get in?
Whoa!
Oh my god.
Oh, he stuck the link through.
That Stalker wasn't positioned well enough. You could have gone through that. This is so good for Hero, though. He could have just
he's going
lost
back
the game.
for it. Try number 2, his second time.
I mean, he's going to get the Stalker 100%.
Warpin back at home.
The Warpin's nice. He has nothing at home right now either.
And the Stalker gets down, but these
Adepts are going to do so much damage, though. 8 roaches on the way. Will these roaches finally